Hi, everyone, and thank you for joining us at the 2020 Wish Luncheon pre-show. I'm Abigail Ogle here with KOCO 5 News, and we're excited to see you, I guess, at this year's event. Now, while we can't be together today, we'll still be filled with inspirational stories, those wish stories, the most exciting auction items, and more importantly, the chance to give hope to a critically ill child in your neighborhood. You'll hear from some of our favorite Wish kids from years past. And then at 12:30 sharp, our 13th annual Wish Luncheon will officially begin. And don't forget to register to bid. We have some great stuff. I was talking to Courtney about this with Make-A-Wish. Items like brand new Gucci and Prada handbags, Girls Gone Wine staycation, and much more. The auction will be open until 8 p.m. tomorrow, so bid fast and bid often. Visit the link on your screen at luncheon2020.ggo.bid to place a bid or make a donation to a child in need of a wish. All donations will support more than 400 Oklahoma children still waiting for their dream to come true. Also, let us know how you're spending hope and spreading hope from home. That's what we're calling it, Hope from Home, today by posting your photos with the hashtag Wish Luncheon and tagging Make-A-Wish Oklahoma.
What would you give for a child you loved to make their wish come true? To help them fight a critical illness? Just imagine what you'd do. You see, wishes are so powerful, and you can make them real. They can give a child back their childhood, even change the way they feel. Every single one of us can make the stars align, because when we come together, hope and joy will shine.
Register to bid and settle in because it's time to hear from one of my favorite Wish kids. If you've been attending our luncheon for a while, you'll probably remember my girl, Miss Maggie, Wish Kid Maggie, and her wish to be a celebrity in Los Angeles. In 2018, all of us revealed to her that her wish was coming true with the help of her favorite celebs. Today, we're lucky to have Maggie, now a true celebrity herself, to give us the inside scoop on what it's like to be a red carpet icon.
Hi, my name's Maggie and I'm a Make-A-Wish kid. About 2 years ago, my parents told me that I was probably going to be able to be a Make-A-Wish kid. I was so excited and I started planning way ahead. I spent months deciding on the perfect wish for me, and I finally picked going on a shopping spree in LA with paparazzi following me and a chihuahua in my purse. My wish was one of the best experiences of my life. Make-A-Wish added so many little things that just meant a lot to me. Like, we got the highest floor of the hotel, which was really pretty because I got to see all of LA. And we got a gift basket sent to the front with many snacks and goodies. And then when we got on the plane to go to LA, I got to go to the front of the plane, and I got to see how the pilot flies the plane, and it was just so cool. I really loved it, and I still remember little bits about how to fly the plane. But the wish was like the best part. For my wish, it was so fun. So we started off with my hair and makeup lady getting there, and I got all fancy. And then we went in a limo, which was super fun. And then we played like my favorite music at the time in the window, like some Disney Channel music. And then when the first part we went to was, the girl was like, "We have an appointment at Gucci." And I was like, "An appointment at Gucci?" It's like fancy. So we went to Gucci, and everyone like treated me like a celebrity there. Like, all the employees knew, and it was so cool. And I got to try on like these shoes. I remember that like Beyonce wore. I don't know if it was I don't think it was the exact pair Beyonce wore, but like she wore a copy of the exact shoes, and they were supposed to be knee high on her, but they were huge and they like went up. and it was just so funny. And then I actually heard people going like, do you know who she is? Like, have you ever seen her before? And they're like, yeah, I think I've seen her on TV. And they like snuck a picture of me. And I thought it was going to be so funny when they realized that they don't know who I am. But it was real, like, it was so cool. And then they like treated me with all this fancy sparkling water and macaroons, and I got to try on so many different like Gucci clothes, and I just felt so fancy. And then even a few months later, they sent me a letter like thanking me for coming, and I showed it off to all of my friends. I was like, Gucci knows who I am, and it was so funny. And then for the rest of the shopping spree, I just went around like all the fancy places. I got some Ray-Ban sunglasses, and I even got some Gucci shoes from that place, from Gucci when I went, and it was just so much fun. And then the second day, I was actually able to go to Universal Studios, which I loved so much. The Harry Potter world was new, I think, but it was so cool just to go there and like ride the rides. All the rides were so fun. And yeah, so that was my wish. It was so much fun. Thank you, Make-A-Wish, for making my wish be one of the best experiences of my life. And thank you guys for helping grant Make-A-Wish kids like mine. Thank you.
Thank you, Maggie. It was good to see you. Your wish holds a special place in all of our hearts, especially mine. And I just love how the memory of her wish still brings her joy and her family joy all of these years later. That's really the power of Make-A-Wish. Now, I'd like to take a moment to thank our life-changing sponsors. Miracle sponsor Luxair, presenting sponsors Aviation Training Consulting and Altum Trading Company, tote sponsor Christy Everest, satchel sponsors Denise Kruger, Dr. Lance Smith, McBride Orthopedic Spine Surgeon, Midwest Wrecking Company, Oklahoma Spine Hospital, OU Children's Hospital, and finally, our clutch sponsors. Express Employment Professionals, IBC Bank, the MB Group at Morgan Stanley, OG&E, Oklahoma Fidelity Bank, and Trusted Choice. Thank you to our sponsors for giving hope from home to critically ill children across Oklahoma. Make-A-Wish chapters across the country have been granting wishes for more than 40 years. With the help of the Oklahoma community, more than 3,200 wishes have been granted since 1982. 76 wishes in 2020 alone throughout our state. And like many of our wishes, it all starts with one person willing to help a child in need of hope. That's exactly how the organization Make-A-Wish was born.
He was 4 pounds, 7 ounces. The nurse brought him to me and said, don't get attached, he won't live. And I said, yes, he will. I knew he would never grow up. I knew that just by holding him, looking at him.
Tommy started telling all of us the story about Chris. I said, hey, do you think we can give this guy, this young man, a show and tell around the helicopter? And his answer was, oh no, we'll give him a ride in it.
Well, I went over there about 20 minutes too late, and he was already out in the driveway. And I wish you could have seen the look on his face when I drove up. He knew it was real. A smile from ear to ear.
On May 2nd, he said, Mommy, I'm not feeling real good. On May 3rd, he passed away. Just that quick.
We all said basically at the same time, there's more children out there. Why don't we go find them?
The people who are there today carry that torch. It's totally universal. There's no language boundaries, no country boundaries, no philosophy, no attitude, no political boundaries. It's universal. Same rules, all kinds of same things that we set up when we sat down and said, how are we going to do this thing?
I've often said it was just a snowball effect, and a snowball rolling down the hill, it kept getting bigger and bigger and bigger.
I don't think there was any way that any of us could vision how this was going to spread.
It's amazing. It's absolutely amazing.
Make-A-Wish is giving critically ill children the power to dream by creating life-changing wishes, wishes that are waiting. And right now, more than 400 Oklahomans need your help to see their wish, their dream come true. Today, we ask that you keep these children's in your mind, but more importantly, in your hearts. You can make a donation anytime throughout this program or after at luncheon2020.ggo.bid. The link is in the comments as well. Plus, it's not too late to invite your friends. Text them to join us on the Make-A-Wish Oklahoma Facebook page. Our virtual Hope from Home Wish Luncheon will officially begin at 12:30. Until then, and enjoy this heartwarming story.
Santa, oh, I'm so happy to see you.
I was so excited to meet him. He has such, as you know, an amazing spirit himself.
I know that you made a very special wish, and you are going to get a surprise. I have a secret for you. Shall I tell you?
Yeah.
All right, guess what? Like you say, guess what?
What?
You and your family are going to Colorado to build a snowman!
This couldn't have come at a better time because we see all the hardships that we went through last year, and he perked up and started actually responding the way he should have. So having him have an experience that's just for him and what he always talks about, building a snowman, it was just a dream come true.
Just seeing him do something that he wanted to do and get to follow through was pretty awesome.
Well, I had to build a snowman because snowmans are my favorite.
Think of the memories that we have made not only for Brantley, but his entire family.
It's not just about Macy's publicity. To see their support for Make-A-Wish was really amazing because that's all they really wanted the focus to be, was on Make-A-Wish and writing the letters to Santa and raising money for such a great organization.
As you know, Macy's for many years has been so happy to join Make-A-Wish in bringing so many of these children's dreams to come true.
Our friends at Macy's grant wishes for kids like Brantley and so many more through their National Believe campaign. This holiday season, Macy's will donate $1 to Make-A-Wish for every letter written to Santa and dropped off in the Macy's Red mailbox. It's just one more way you can spread hope from home this holiday season. Now stay tuned, grab your lunch, because our Hope from Home Wish Luncheon, presented by Aviation Training Consulting, Altum Trading Company, and Luxair, will officially begin in 3 minutes.
It's like running through an open door. It's like finding what you're looking for. We've been waiting. We won't
Hey everybody, the program is about to begin. That means it's time to quiet down and take your seats.
Seriously, shh. You're not going to want to miss 1 minute of this program. We are going to get started in 10,
9,
8,
7,
6,
5,
4, 3,
2, 1. Let's go.
I've gone through a lot, no? I have to move.
Losing my hair was like really hard for me. I felt weak.
We're not even full-grown adults yet, but we're dealing with heavy things that no one should deal with ever in their entire life.
Even though I'm sick and this is a horrible situation, I can make something good out of it, you know? My wish is to go to Ghana. My wish is to write a book.
I'm excited for my wish.
Make-A-Wish, like, it really gives you something to look forward to.
It's like amazing. It's gonna feel like an accomplishment, you know?
I remember who I am as Priscilla and how Priscilla wants to live her life, which is happy and blessed.
Can you help make my wish come true?
Good afternoon, and hey everyone, I'm Abigail Ogle here with KOCO 5 News, and I would like to welcome you to our first ever virtual Wish Luncheon Hope from Home, presented by Luxair, Altum Trading Company, and Aviation Training Consulting. While we're disappointed we can't see you in person, we're still just so excited you decided to join us for this virtual Wish Luncheon. In these challenging times, Make-A-Wish Oklahoma is kind of reimagining the way that we grant wishes. Wishes that bring hope and joy for kids with critical illnesses right here in our community. So thanks to you for being with us today. Thank you for your support. We are able to grant these life-changing wishes only because of you. This afternoon, you'll hear from our treasured Wish families. You'll be able to bid on auction items just like you would at our normal luncheon. And we'll hear from life coach, writer, and Wish Kid alum Tiffany Rao. So thank you for joining us from afar. Our Wish Luncheon veterans will remember a Make-A-Wish founder and Wish mom Linda Pauling's heartwarming story of how Make-A-Wish was actually born through her son Chris and his wish to be a police officer. 40 years later, Make-A-Wish Oklahoma has continued that legacy by granting more than 3,200 wishes since it all began. In fact, one Muskogee child received a wish very similar to that original one that Chris had. Check it out.
Well, he's always had a real deep admiration for Light Horse and the police force in general. I think he's just so impressed.
Pleasure to meet you, sir. Pleasure to meet you. Good morning. It's just a pure honor and privilege to be a part of this. You know, when we were notified that we were going to have the opportunity to make this young man's wish come true, you know, we started on it right away. He wants to be a police officer, you know, not just a police officer, but a light horseman. That means a lot to our department, and as well as the tribe.
There you go.
We had a scenario for him to where he was actually called to a robbery, and we went code 3, lights and sirens. He got to apprehend the suspect. So he was pretty sincere. He wanted to go out and arrest somebody. That was his favorite part, to go arrest somebody and take them to jail and bring them to justice.
I didn't do nothing.
We had so much stuff for him planned today. We actually initiated him and inducted him into the Light Horseman program, so he is actually a Light Horseman. I knew it was going to be a special day for Josh, but I didn't know it was going to be that special for me and the other officers.
You're officially a Light Horseman. You know, when it comes to the law enforcement community, he's a brother in blue now, not just within the Creek Nation, but within the law enforcement community itself.
The generosity and love that everybody had towards somebody we never even met, and it was a genuine joy to do things for Josh, and it was just a special day for everybody.
To us, it was seeing Josh being able to get out and do something and be a part of something like this, you know. And it's going to be something he'll remember for the rest of his life.
And we're counting on people like you to make more wishes like Josh's come true. If you haven't already, check out the silent auction. Visit the link on your screen. It's luncheon2020.ggo.bid to place a bid, or you can just make a donation to a child in the need of a wish. The auction will actually be open until 8 p.m. Friday. All bids and donations support the more than 400 Oklahoma children who are still waiting for their dream to come true. We can't grant these wishes without your help. But hey, you could snag a brand new YSL bag, a Gucci handbag, or a weekend staycation. Also, let us know how you're spreading hope from home today. Post your photos with the hashtag Wish Luncheon and tag Make-A-Wish Oklahoma. Now, today's event would not be possible without our sponsors, including Miracle sponsor Luxair, presenting sponsors Aviation Training Consulting and Altum Trading Company, tote sponsor Christy Everest, satchel sponsors Denise Kruger, Dr. Lance Smith, McBride Orthopedic Spine Surgeon, Midwest Wrecking Company, Oklahoma Spine Hospital, OU Children's Hospital, and finally, our clutch sponsors, Express Employment Professionals, IBC Bank, the MB Group at Morgan Stanley, OG&E, Oklahoma Fidelity Bank, and lastly, Trusted Choice. And now, really looking forward to this. We have a special motivational speaker for this year's luncheon, Tiffany Rao. She's a 32-year volunteer for Make-A-Wish, beginning with her own wish in 1988. The indescribable impact of her wish experience forged a lifelong commitment to Make-A-Wish, and she serves the mission across the organization in any way she can. She's proud to be a national spokesperson and was the first Wish child elected to the Make-A-Wish National Board of Directors. When she's not working or volunteering with Make-A-Wish, Tiffany is a coach, a facilitator, and a mental health advocate. Tiffany and her husband, Ben, live in the San Francisco Bay Area with their 2 children. Hi, Tiffany.
Hello, Oklahoma. I so wish I could be with you in person. I am coming to you from California, but please know that I am hugging you from here, and I am so appreciative of the invitation to celebrate your entire Wish community with you at this incredible event. Each and every one of you plays an important role in making our mission possible, and I want you to know that I understand the power of that dedication in a very personal way, because 32 years ago, my own wish inspired me to believe in my future again. And this mission continues to bless my life every single day. It is an honor to share my story with all of you. And so we will begin on Halloween night, 1984, in Wenatchee, Washington. I went to bed that evening expecting to be with my friends in the lunchroom the next day, trading candy and telling stories of our adventures from the night before. What I didn't know was that my mom lay awake all night in the next room. She was anticipating what we would find out from my pediatrician the next morning about why I had grown pale and tired and unexplainably bruised. So I went into the doctor on the morning of November 1st, and by that afternoon, he was explaining that the results were inconclusive, but that my condition was severe enough that he had arranged emergency transport to Seattle Children's Hospital. I was given 3 hours to go home, pack, say goodbye to my friends and family. And when I arrived at Seattle Children's that evening, just 2 weeks before my 12th birthday, childhood as I knew it was gone. Within 48 hours, I was diagnosed with severe idiopathic aplastic anemia, which is complete bone marrow failure. And because of the severity of my condition and the lack of a strong match, I was not a candidate for bone marrow transplant. So instead, we were offered the option of enrolling in what was then an experimental protocol through Fred Hutch Cancer Research Center. My original prognosis was 3 to 6 months, and my poor odds of survival were only slightly greater with treatment than without it. But there was no viable alternative. So I fought with everything I had. And the next few years held excruciating inpatient and outpatient treatments and failed remissions. And in 1987, as a freshman in high school, I returned to Seattle Children's with a broken heart, having suffered a full relapse. We did catch it much earlier, but it did not improve my worsening prognosis. I would enter the experimental protocol again, but it was known to not be as effective in repeat treatments. So by the time we reached early 1988, I was a few months out of inpatient treatment. Progress was slow, and my prognosis was uncertain. And then on an otherwise unremarkable afternoon, the doorbell rang, and two Make-A-Wish Alaska and Washington volunteers asked me to trust them with my greatest wish when I didn't trust that I would see the end of that week. But something about being asked to dream brought a powerful light into the darkness and the doubt. And I closed my eyes and I wished to dance with Michael Jackson. So, as you can imagine, my feelings about Michael as a person are more complicated now that I am an adult. But the extraordinary power of my wish experience has never diminished, because my reason for choosing that wish was as important as the wish itself. My childhood dream was to be a professional dancer, and I had dedicated my young life to building that future. But during treatment, I had been forced to accept that my path would be very different if I survived. Dance was how I felt most connected to the world, to myself. And in the thick of that battle, I felt my body had betrayed me. I was letting go of a dream, and with it, a part of my identity, all while fighting for my life. And underneath the courage that it required to stay focused on my recovery, I was scared, and I was very, very tired. But not on April 20th, 1988. Because on that day, I was just a 15-year-old girl again. I was watching the dancers rehearse before the show and feeling the music in my chest. And then the rush of disbelief and excitement of being surprised with an invitation to dance on stage in concert with Michael Jackson to the song Bad. So standing up there, doing I don't know what, I don't remember, really, was extraordinary. I was living a dancer's dream, if only for that moment. And it is impossible to describe, really, except to say that there was no fear, no exhaustion, none of the pragmatism that comes from facing an illness, just pure joy, a joy that heals. And I know this because in a couple of weeks, I will be a 48-year-old wish child. So after my wish, my 6-month prognosis stretched into a year, and then to 5 years, and then to 10. I graduated from high school and college, started a career, I met my best friend, married him, doubled my life expectancy, became mama to 2 beautiful children, tripled my life expectancy. And when Make-A-Wish came into my life, none of those milestones felt possible. None of them. And then my wish changed everything. I returned home from Chicago and started reaching for my life again. The lights in my soul had been turned back on. And not because I was sure of my future or even how long that future would be, but because I was sure again of my desire to fully live it. And the entire experience taught me that I didn't need to know how everything would turn out in order to give every single day my very best. And my wish also reminded me that being sick didn't have to define me. I was a whole person, full of possibility before I was diagnosed. And that limitless young woman could still show up, forge a new path, and shine through the shadow of my illness. And my wish gave me permission to let joy coexist with the fear. And it made me braver than I had ever felt before. And brave is at the heart of resilience. And resilience is at the heart of what we do. So I am giving midlife words to a teenage experience, but here is what I now know is true. My experience of my original diagnosis was grounded in a resilience that helps us fight and bounce back from a challenge. My relapse and my wish taught me that resilience is also a choice that we can make the minute a challenge presents itself, and as a practice to reform and refine over a lifetime. It's the practice of gathering our strength, facing the uncertainty, and giving it everything we've got when there are no guarantees. Learning from that outcome, even when it doesn't meet our expectations, and doing it all again. And the rest of my life has reinforced that fuller definition of resilience in big and small ways again and again. Make-A-Wish has done one thing, and one thing only, for our entire beautiful history. And that is to grant the wishes of children who are facing indescribable fear and create a safe space for them to draw strength from the hopefulness and forgotten innocence of their childhood. I know from my own experience, both on that incredible day that my wish was granted and every single day since, that as you play your part in making this mission possible, you are supporting our wish kids in facing the rest of their lives with that same sense of resilience and hope. You did that for me. And I believe it is an integral part of why I am here with you today. So there's a special note for 2020. This year is asking a lot of all of us. So I want to offer a few words to you that are giving me strength as a human, a volunteer, a wife, a mom, sister, friend, community member. And I invite you to write them down somewhere that you can see them when you need them. And here they are. In this moment, I am doing the best that I can with the resources I have. I'll say it again. In this moment, I am doing the best that I can with the resources I have. And I know that you are, even if you feel more than a little spent and uncertain about every one of our futures. I know you understand the power of this because you are here, offering that compassion and hope and resilience to our wish kids when they need it most. Your celebration today brings you closer to the vision that is always in front of us, and that is reaching every eligible child. We are deeply committed to transforming as many lives as possible through the power of a wish, and your generous support will make an incredible difference. So in recognition of your dedication to Make-A-Wish Oklahoma, I would like to close with one of my very favorite quotes, attributed to the poet Maya Angelou. People may forget what you say. People may forget what you do. But people will never forget how you make them feel. My wish experience has stayed with me for 32 years because my feelings are as real and as impactful as they were in 1988. And on behalf of myself and the Wish kids that you so faithfully serve, thank you for making us feel stronger through our struggles, for bringing us hope and resilience, for celebrating our courage, and for granting the wishes that transform our lives. We will never, ever forget. Thank you so much for being here this afternoon. I send all of my love to each and every one of you. Take good care. Thank you for having me.
Thank you, Tiffany. That was amazing. It never gets old hearing kids talk about their wishes, even if they're 1 or 10 or 30 years ago. As emotional as they get, and you can tell that how much that wish still means to them. So thank you. And thank you too for your message about resilience. I think that's a concept that's going to mean a lot more to all of us as we come out of the current environment. I mostly want to thank you for being here. It's never been more important. And supporting us in this virtual format means more to us than you could possibly know. Every week we're still hearing from 3 to 5 medical professionals about a new diagnosis and a new child who qualifies for a wish. COVID doesn't slow down for that. But of course we can't grant that many wishes with the revenue problems because of COVID and because of the fact that 8 out of 10 of our wishes involve travel. We just cannot keep up with the wishes that are coming in the door, and that's where you come in. The only way we can get these kids' wishes is with your generous support. So important to these families, and no kid should have to wait for their wish. We have 400 kids waiting right now to have a wish granted, and that's only going to help because of kind people like you. A wish is so important, and you're making them come true. Thank you.
To have a gaming computer was granted?
What do you think?
Hi, and welcome to Make-A-Wish Oklahoma's Hope for Home event. We are so thankful that you've decided to join us today. And true 2020 fashion, everything looks a little bit different this year. 2020 has all brought us different levels of change, and our Wish kids are no stranger to that change. These wishes bring joy and hope to the entire family. Their wish gives them something to look forward to and encourages them to get stronger, and sometimes is even a countdown of treatment until their wish. These kids are nothing short of incredible, and we want to provide them with their ultimate wish. With travel wishes currently at a halt to help protect our immunocompromised and at-risk Wish kids, we've been granted fun and local and creative wishes. We've seen doll houses, video game rooms, shopping sprees, and so much more. We've adapted and changed as much as we can to keep these kids' wishes as special as they are. But as you can imagine, our kids who want to go to Disney or to the mountains or to the beach are patiently waiting. As the virus continues, we're sitting on pins and needles for the day when we can all travel safely again. While these kids wait, we are still receiving more kids that are eligible for their wishes. This is creating a small backlog of wishes currently. This is where you come in. We need to be fully funded for these wishes so that the day our kids can travel again, we can get them there. 2020 may have travel and joining together on hold, but wishes are still waiting. We invite you to be part of the team to bring these wishes to life sooner rather than later. Next, get ready, because you'll get to hear from Wish Kid Anderson and his mom Meredith on how their wish brought Anderson hope during his medical journey.
Hi, I'm Meredith.
Hi, I'm Anderson Smith, and today I want to tell you a little bit about my wish. So, I was born with hypoplastic left heart syndrome, and I've had 4 open heart surgeries. And I go to the hospital. Sometimes I go when I'm sick, and sometimes I go when I have a surgery. And like last summer, I went because I was sick.
So Anderson has faced many challenges in and out of the hospital, and ultimately what led us to make a wish was he was having a particularly hard time and needed that boost of encouragement and something to look forward to. So we started the wish process, and it didn't take Anderson long at all to decide what his wish was, which was
to see a volcano in Hawaii.
And it was the greatest wish. He's loved volcanoes his whole life. He used to draw them all the time when he was young. And so we started the wish process. And while Anderson was waiting for his wish, he became extremely ill and overcame some huge obstacles while he was waiting for his wish. And as we waited for his wish to happen, it was an incredible thing to be able to look forward to and give us that hope that his wish was going to be granted, his wish was going to come true, he was going to get to go to Hawaii and see that volcano. And his wish granters told us in the cutest way that his wish was being granted. How did they tell you?
So they sent us a Christmas ornament. It had a picture of a volcano and it said, "Your wish is getting granted."
Yes, it was so great. It was so fun, such a fun surprise. And so when we did get to go to Hawaii, we just had the most amazing, incredible time of our lives. We are forever changed because of that time we spent in Hawaii. What were some of your favorite parts?
So my first favorite part was going to Volcanoes National Park and walking on all of that lava rock, because there was a lava rock everywhere.
It was beautiful, wasn't it? Mm-hmm. It was amazing. And we saw lava tubes and steam vents, and we just had this incredible all-day private tour with the most amazing tour guide who showed us all around. We saw Rainbow Falls, we saw sea turtles and the black and green sand. It was an incredible experience. And I know that one of my greatest memories from that day was hearing Anderson say over and over again, he just kept saying, "I'm so happy, I'm so happy." It was absolutely the most incredible experience that we could have ever imagined. And there was another fun thing you got to do too. What was that?
I got to pet dolphins.
Yes, we got to swim with dolphins, and we just had the most amazing time. I think the power of a wish and what this wish meant to our family is that it gave us the priceless gift of hope and something to look forward to in the dark times, when we were having especially difficult challenges with Anderson's health, knowing this wish was coming, and then to actually get to experience this wish, this amazing once-in-a-lifetime trip for Anderson's dream to come true, it's indescribable, really, the impact it had on our family and the love that we got to feel as a family and the hope that we got to feel to see Anderson's wish coming true was truly a remarkable, priceless gift.
Thank you for letting me share about my wish.
loves outer space. He was always fascinated with stars.
And when you ask him what he really likes, it always goes back to the rocket ship in outer space.
The day he was born, August 18th, they found out he had a heart condition.
One of the valves in his heart was pumping a lot of fluid to his lungs.
His total is 4 open heart surgeries and 38 heart catheterizations.
Go for a walk.
Go for a walk. All right, let's go. And he has a very vivid imagination.
Very.
I asked him, what's outer space? What's out there? What's in Saturn? And he said, an alien. A green alien.
Engage the Zayden 7.
Oh.
Initiating boarding. Welcome to the Zayden 7.
Z-A-Y-D-E-N.
Prepare for launch.
Ready? Ready.
We have liftoff.
There's a glass. Yeah, I can see it over there.
Let me show you where your house is.
Yeah. That's my house.
Look to your right, we're passing the moon.
The moon.
This is my favorite part. You have arrived at Saturn.
Can we land?
Prepare for landing.
Yeah. Oh my God. I see a rainbow. Rainbow. Rainbow.
All right, time to head home.
My rocket. Well, I went in outer space. How was it? It was fun.
My missions to space, of course, were really exceptional, but getting to participate in this, making this little boy's wish come true, it's really great.
First astronaut on Saturn.
So can we do that again?
This is the first virtual reality wish that we've ever done. He also had very specific expectations of his journey, not based in science, but on his imagination.
We can use new technology to really just bring more joy to the world. It's just really special to be a part of that.
So many people went out of their way to make this Zayden's Day, to make our son's wish come true.
It was amazing.
Wishes make the impossible possible, and that's what happened on Zayden's wish journey. You have the power to create a wish just like that and make sure that these wishes actually come true. Wishes help these children realize that they have the strength and the power to face their illness today and every day. A wish is motivation to keep fighting. We can give the gift of hope this holiday season to a child fighting a critical illness. On a personal note, I've seen firsthand the power of these wishes coming true through our partnership with Chi Omega and now my work with the Make-A-Wish Luncheon. So to make a donation or bid on today's auction items, visit this link, luncheon2020.ggo.bid, or visit the Make-A-Wish Oklahoma website. Remember to bid now before the auction closes. You don't want to miss it. There are great packages you don't want to miss out on. Donations and bids will be taken until 8 p.m. tomorrow. Once again, thank you to Luxair, Altum Trading Company, Aviation Training Consulting, Christy Everest, all of our satchel, clutch, table sponsors for your continued support of the 13th annual Make-A-Wish Luncheon and our 400 kids who are still waiting for their wish right here in Oklahoma. Thank you for joining us at the Hope from Home Wish Luncheon today. A special hi to my grandma. She looks forward to this event every year, so she's watching online. Thank you all so much for being with us. Thanks for bearing with me. I've been a little out of breath. I am pregnant this year. Hope to see you next year in person at the 14th annual Wish Luncheon in 2021. Thanks for having me.